Alright everybody, welcome to a new series. We're going to be trying something different. This game kind of appeals to my very anal retentive OCD side. My son used to play this game and he had me discover this. It turns out to be one of the greatest vegging games ever, and last week I was sick. As you can tell, I still have it in my sniffles and my nose. I still sound pretty rough. But last week, my wife and I both spent 3 different days basically sick and in bed. And this game kind of helped me veg out. It's called Adventure Capitalist. It's by Hyper Hippo Gaming. It's actually free. Completely free. There are elements that you can pay for. I'll show you that here in a second. But you get it for free. You can find it in the PlayStation store. I'm sure you can find it on Xbox as well. There's also the original version was on Steam, so you can download it for your PC as well. They run a lot of different things. There's Earth, which is where you start at, and if you go down here to launch, you see you can go to space eventually. You can go to the moon. You can go to Mars. They even have some events, which, you know, that's not where we're going to go at. So, excuse me. In this series, what we're going to do is we are going to start here on Earth, and we are going to try and build an empire. And it all starts with $1. You squeeze your first lemon, and you get $1. And the idea is now you have to build up to where you can buy more lemons to make more profit. Every time you buy something, you end up making more profit every time. Eventually, you get to unlock all kinds of different things, including these milestones of 25 of everything, 1 of everything. There are gold that you can buy. Because I'm playing this on a name that I do not have a PlayStation Network card in, I do not have the ability to buy gold. Now, I'll be able to buy some things with gold at some point because, as you know, or as I've showed you, you get gold with so many of the unlocks. The first one is the 1 of everything, you get 5 gold. So what I will be doing, instead of buying time warps for 1 day's profit and stuff like that, odds are when I actually buy something for gold, it's going to be like a permanent multiplier on the planet or something like that. So, but that'll take a while to get to. The idea is you earn money. Eventually, you can buy upgrades that triple your profits on any individual item. Eventually, you get these things called angel investors. Once you get to a certain point, you can restart. You go back to 0, but then you have so many angels at 2% bonus on your profits. Now, we're not going to touch any of that today because odds are in our initial, we're going to be lucky to be able to get any of the milestones. But let's see where we get up. Let's go ahead and get started here. And just start going. You basically just get $1. Now, it's a lot of button pushing right now. You can buy another one. See, it bumps it to $2, and then the cost is $4.28. You just keep going. And the idea is being able to eventually afford a manager. And the game will tell you when you can afford something, because as you can see, it'll light up on the side over here. These little circles, they light up when you can actually afford one of those things. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, now when you're able to afford another of the next kind to diversify, it'll light up. Okay, depending on how many you have. See up the corner, it says you can buy 1 at a time right now. But I can also buy 10 at a time if I really wanted to. So if I wanted to buy 10 at a time, boom! But now I'm getting $20 per sale instead of 10. So it really just goes up. It's a very much of a grind game. Progress bars, every unlockable. So you see here, lemonade stand. 25 of lemonade stands, you automatically get ×2. Now that is not ×2 money. It is, you'll see whenever I click buy 10, Easy squeezy. In other words, it cuts the amount of time in between profit margins in half. Now, that's not a big deal. As you can see, the green goes by fast. But that doesn't mean anything right now because I'm still having to press the buttons. Let me get up to $1,000 and you will see. See? And look at the manager thing lit up. So there we go. And now, Cave Johnson can be hired. It's a one-time fee every time you have a go. And when you pay that fee to hire the manager, he automatically takes over making it make money for you. Boom. So you can already see there, boom, we're getting $30 every time, and it's an automatic, and I don't even have to touch it anymore. So all I got to do now is buy 10 more, buy 10 more. And see, that's as you go, it gets a little bit faster. Every 25 on the lemonade early on, 25, 50, 100, I think is the next one. Yeah, 100 is the next one. So the idea is to get up. Now, some people go ahead and start buying other businesses. I usually try to get up on the lemons anyway to 100 before I go too far, too much further. Or I try to make sure I've got a manager so I don't have to keep hitting the stupid buttons and trying to flip back and forth. It's easier when you've got a mouse, but whenever you're using a controller and having to move all around and stuff, it's a little harder to move fast and make that work. So we're going to be able to get up to 90, and then that's going to be a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and start the newspapers, because you buy 10 of those and you're automatically making 600. Now that manager, I believe, is $15,000 to get the manager for the newspapers. Bought 10 more, but now $1,200 every single time. It's not going to take long to get to the manager here. There we go. And Perry Black. You got to love some of the names of these managers. Perry Black, I'm going to go ahead and get him. Of course, you know, Perry White from the Superman. Look at the car wash is ran by W.W. Heisenberg. You know, Walter White, Heisenberg, you know, that's classic. You go down a little bit, Mama Sean, is that like Papa John perhaps? Yeah, probably. Look at the shrimp boats is ran by Forrest Trump. The movies are ran by Stephanie Spielberg. And then, of course, the Dark Lord obviously runs the banks. So it's a pretty interesting the way it goes. Now, once we get to 25, of course, just like with the lemonades, the speed increases. And we can get up to 100 lemonades. Now, as you can see, we're making $100 every split second on those lemonades. That's pretty cool. We now got 30 newspapers, making us $1,800 every second. So these progress bars, you can kind of see your progress, how you're going. You don't earn any angel investors until you get quite a bit. I mean, you have to get up into the hundreds of billions of dollars being earned before you start seeing the angels pop up. But once they pop up, it's a 2% bonus for everyone. So hopefully at some point in the first couple of episodes of this, we'll get to a restart where I can show you how that works. So that'll be fun. Okay, so the manager for the car wash is 100,000. We have that there. We got Heisenberg, and we're going to go ahead and get him started. Look at that, $5,400 every about 5 seconds, I guess, and it just continues. So we can go ahead, bump that up to 20. Now we're making over 10 G's, baby, 10 G's. We're making some profits already. It's nice to see. The goal for all of this to get fast is to get 25 of each, but you've got to build up. As you can see, the initial cost for 10, you know, hockey is $237 million. Movie studios, for 10 movie studios, is $2.7 billion. For 10 banks, it's $31 billion. For 10 oil companies, it's $356 billion. So as you can see, it's kind of a difficult thing to get rolling along fairly easily. So I'm going to go ahead and jump up to 30 car washes simply because that gets it going a little bit faster. As you can see now, we got 16 grand coming every 2.5 seconds. That goes pretty fast. As you can see, it didn't take long for us to be able to bump up to 40 newspapers. So now you got a little bit of time. You got to sit and wait. It's not a long wait. It doesn't take forever. As you can see, you can even see how many of each you can get. If I wanted to just buy one, I could buy some already. Maximum, I can buy 25, lemons if I wanted to. There's just a lot of different things. My goal here now is to go ahead and wait and bump up to 50 newspapers so that it actually speeds up a little faster again on its own. It gets down to about every second and goes up to about 3 grand, I think. Yeah, 3 grand. So it's going to be a while before we buy another 10 newspapers because it takes 1.3 million to do that. So we don't want to have to fret over that. But we can get 10 pizzas. Those pizzas gives 43,000 every 10 or 11 seconds. Now, it takes $500,000 to get the manager. So we're going to have to actually push the button a couple of times to get that sucker going. We don't have, each one is more money, but it also takes a little bit longer for it to come around, okay? And it's just the way that works. Each one takes a little longer, and it's not seconds. I mean, once you get to, I believe it's movie studio and hockey team, it's something along the neighborhood of, oh yeah, multiply faster, yeah, I know. You get up to the movie studio, it's like 6 to 10 minutes or 12 minutes. I think the bank starts at 1 hour and 40 minutes, and the oil company, when you first get it, it's like 10 hours and 42 minutes or something before it'll, I don't remember what, something like that. It's 10 and a half, 11 hours. It's kind of a crazy high number. Here's something else that's really cool. You can buy these upgrades when you reach certain levels. I can now triple my lemonade profit. So why not? Now $100 a split second is $300 a split second, which right now is somewhat monumental, but it'll mean less once we get more of these millions over here going. It just seems that way. But we can also now buy another upgrade and triple up the newspaper from 3,000 to 9,000 every second. So we're definitely pumping up money. We're pumping it up fast. I'd like to try and see how far up we can get without going too long in a grind where it's boring without something to do. It's just but here we can buy 10 more pizzas. That sets us up pretty good with $86,400 every 11 seconds. So as that continues to roll, that's pretty good. You want to try and get you want to try and get to where you can get, there you go, 25 of them. So you speed that up. So now we've got 25 pizzas. We're getting 108,000 every 5.5 seconds. That's going to keep things rolling fast. Now, keep in mind, to buy 10 donut shops, you got to have 1.8 million. Okay, that's 1.8 million. That's a lot of money. You also have to have, how much is it? 1.2 million to get the donut manager. So now that we have that, boom, we got it. So now, let's go ahead and buy a donut shop, and we'll just buy them one at a time right now as we can afford them, as they're coming up, But as you can see, look at there, 207, 259,000. See, the money is going to go up fast. It's going to go up very fast. You can't complain about that. 362 grand, 414. We still haven't even had the first revolution yet. 466. Oh, yeah, there we go. And now we're up to 10. See, now we got $500,000 coming every 20 seconds there. So it's not going to take long for it to build its way up. So that's pretty cool. Now the upgrade for car wash, we can triple the car wash for $1 million. For $1 million, and there it is. So now the car wash is making $48,000 every 2.5 seconds. That's pretty impressive, actually. Let's go ahead and up that another 10. We got that. My controller won't work. Okay, there we go. All right. Boom. Bump that up. Now it's 64,000 every couple of seconds. Wow. We're going to make a real run here, I think. Let's see, what's the max here? 4, 5, okay. All right, now we're up to 777,600. Woo. Man, that money's just a cashing right in. I know for 5 million we can triple up the pizzas. But I don't think I don't know. When I get to 5 million, do I triple the pizzas, or do I try to hold out and get the 9.9 million so I can get the speed bump on the donuts and begin pushing that out at over $1 million every, what, 11.5 seconds? That'd be kind of crazy. We're really cruising. You see right there, I've got an opportunity to cut the speed in half on the car washes. Decisions. Which way should we go on this? It's tough. It's hard to know. I mean, early on, it seems like, you know, oh, money's coming fast, and then it seems to kind of slow down a little bit as you wait to make that next real move, you know, and here we are. You know, there's that 5 million upgrade, but I think I'm going to hold out and try to get to the faster donuts. I feel like if you get that donut coming faster, and you can come back and pick up the triplers and all that other stuff later, and it won't take as long. The good thing is when you have managers and you step away from the game, like when I finish this episode, I'll be able to step away from the game, and when I come back to the game, it'll all continue to run as long as you have a manager bought for those businesses. It'll keep running the whole time that you're away from the game. Even if you turn your console or your PC off, it'll keep running. It'll just keep running. It's amazing. Okay, here we go. Boom! Oh, lots of dough. And now we got $1.296 million that's coming in every about 11.5 seconds. So, you know, how can you not be excited about that? We're going to go ahead and bump this up too. And now it's 81,000 coming every 1.5 seconds on car washes. Now look at that money coming back in pretty fast. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Now we do know at 5 million, we got the next triple up. So at $5 million, I can turn that 108 grand into 324,000. And why wouldn't you do that if you get the opportunity? See, there it is. Boom! And there it is, 324,000 every 5.5 seconds. You gotta love it when you're making. I wish this was real. Don't you wish you had this kind of money coming in and you didn't have to worry about anything except clicking a button and, oh my gosh, there's $300,000 in my account. You know, it's just, it would be wonderful to have that kind of an ability. And I don't know, maybe there are people out there that have that kind of ability. I don't know. I definitely want to try and get the pizzas and the donuts up to 25 a piece, and also triple up the profits of the donuts before I even consider ending this opening edition. But man, this is interesting. Oh, we can do it. Donut shop. Boom. There we go. Yay, donuts. All right. So look at that. Donuts, 3.888 million every 11 seconds. Can't complain there. All right, let's alright, let's take this at 5. Oh, come on. One more for 30. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Boom. Alright. And now as you can see, it gets a little more costly to get these up there. I mean, it's not going to be long till we bump up to 40. And of course, when you get 50, you actually cut them in, you can make them faster again, if you can believe that. It's even faster. Of course, for $10 million, I can get the manager for the shrimp boat, but I'm going to wait on that until I can get these up a little bit more. All right. So now, we need 21.1 million to bump up to 50 pizzas. That's pretty cool. It's coming fast. Look at that, $4.665 million every 11 seconds. It's not going to take long to get that 21 million. It's not going to take any much longer to get the 54 million to get more donuts. I mean, wow. Boom! Looky there. Fancy toppings. And now it's $648,000 every 2.5 seconds. Oh my gosh. The amount of money coming in. I love this game. This game just appeals to my meticulous OCD mathematical brain. I absolutely love how it just ticks away, and you can almost figure it out. It's going to take 30 seconds or 40 seconds to get the $10 million I need for this or that. Now there is a function in these managers, okay? If you go down, and once you get angels, you can actually show cash per second. If you wanted to try to figure out, it takes this many seconds for me to get the money to go over for this or that, then why is my controller messing up like this? Dude, you can tell I've had my PS4 forever. Okay. So we should basically be about 15 seconds or so away from bumping from 30 to 40. I'm not sure we're going to get to 50. That may be a little bit harder to get to for the donuts. I'd like to get to 50 donuts by the time we get done here. Oh yeah, we can upgrade now. Here we go. Oh my, and look at the amount of money it takes. $169.3 million to buy 10 more donuts to up the speed of it, which I kind of get. I mean, I understand why it's that much. I don't know. I don't know if I should do that or if I should go ahead and buy the shrimp boats. I just don't know which I should do. Let's see. How many can I get? 3? No. Let's do it. Let's get Forest. Yes, I know. That's what I just told everybody. And let's go ahead and buy those. Now, it's interesting. 4 of 40 donuts is the same amount of profit as 10 shrimps. And it's kind of that way. You get 40 of the one that is just one step below. It's pretty funny. We can also triple that up, by the way. Stop jumping. I hit it once to move and it jumps too. And looky there, 25 million. Boom! But now, as you can see, those shrimp boats, there's only 10 of them, but they're making us 18.6 million for every minute and 40 seconds. Now, once we get to 25 of those, that's going to be cut down to about 40-something seconds for a revolve. So that's a pretty good deal. But the amount of money is coming in fast. I may go ahead and try to bump that up just to double that up to 37 million, just to have a bigger chunk of change coming back at me. It cost 59 million to get there, so it seems like it may not be cost effective, but when you realize I've got the manager, and that means it's going to be every bit of time it's going to be pushing that around, bringing it back around. It's going to be really cool. But yeah, I'd really like to make sure I've got that going. Come on, come to Papa. Come to Papa. Oh my gosh, there we go. See, looky there. Doubled up to $37.3 million. Gotta love it. Oh man, I may get to 25 of these. Come on, one more. One little shrimp boat left. Come on, there it is. Boom! Boom! Speed is back. Looky there. That's awesome. 46.656 million every 42 seconds. That is going to be some real chunks of change coming our way. And we're still getting the 6.2 million every 11.5 seconds right now from the donuts. Wow. It's kind of crazy. We're getting ready to go less than 100 million away from being able to get up to 50 donuts. I'd like to get up to 50 donuts and then close this sucker out, because that's a pretty good spot to finish. Where on the entire left side, you've got at least 50 of everything. You've got 25 shrimp boats for the first quick pace of it. And we'll be able to start the next time and try to see if we can't get at least 25 of everything else on the right side, which will end up making everything a lot faster in the long run. So we're making a legit run, getting ready to go over 100 million. Looky there. 97, 98. Ooh, boom. Here comes, yeah, 105. 105. Here comes the shrimp money. Ka-ching, baby. 153. Oh, baby. That's nice. That's nice. We're 8 million away now. 8 million away. Come on now. Come on. Here it comes. Here it comes. 2, 1. Boom. Extra sprinkles. Speed it up. 7.776 million every 5.5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, that tells you right now it is going to be a very, very nice evening when we let this run overnight. Who knows how many millions of dollars we are going to have when the time comes. It's going to be interesting to find out. I think and again, this is me with my OCD. Me and my OCD, but I want 30. I don't want to leave it at 25. I want a nice round 30 number there so I can be building on it. But that's where we're going to leave it right now. As you can see, the money is still running. And we're breaking 20 million. It's hard to take your eyes off of it. You just kind of get excited about it. But anyway, we will be back tomorrow with more, hopefully, more of Adventure Capitalist. We'll see you there.